Greetings, colleagues. My name is Lisa Williams. I am the Mental Health Services Coordinator for the Little Rock School District. May is Mental Health Awareness Month. Little Rock School District has been focusing on many initiatives this month to address and promote awareness of mental health. Within this video, you will hear from individuals that will share with you their mental health experiences and how those experiences have impacted them and how they have addressed those challenges.
My name is Jamie Combs, and I am the school-based health clinic manager here at Chico Elementary in the Little Rock School District.
Hi, I'm Laura Iverson, and I'm a business strategist with my own company, LEI Venture Company.
My name is Philip Carlock. I'm the proud principal of Stevens Elementary School in the Little Rock School District. I've been to Stevens for 7 years, and I've enjoyed every moment of it.
May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and in honor of that, we're here to talk about the importance of mental health awareness within the workplace.
My entrepreneurship journey actually started out of a place of desperation. So I was at a period of my life, I had left school momentarily and I needed a job. I couldn't get hired anywhere, and I was also dealing with a number of mental health issues, mainly depression, but I didn't know that that's what that was called at the time. And so I got into entrepreneurship, one, to make money, two, I needed flexibility so the times where I had hard days, I could actually show up for myself and care for myself in a way that made sense.
Mental health awareness is so important, especially as educators and other workers within the school district, everywhere from custodians to bus drivers. It's important that we understand mental health awareness and that we access it when we need it. It helps us as individuals, but it also helps us when we are aware of our own mental health. It helps us in a bigger way in that it can increase productivity. It can decrease absenteeism because oftentimes educators will take a day and it's a mental health day. And if we're appropriately dealing with that and doing that with accessing care, therapy, whatever that may look like for the individual, we won't need those mental health days. Over time, the symptoms of untreated depression and anxiety can actually lead to physical health problems. So over time, if we are accessing healthcare as workers, we can decrease medical costs. We can decrease those illnesses that come with the symptoms of anxiety and depression that are untreated.
May is Mental Health Awareness Month. And what better time to bring mental health to the forefront in the Little Rock School District? Personally, my staff has gone through some tragedy. Not only have they dealt with the pandemic, but we've also dealt with the tragic loss of a staff member. And so many things flood through your mind when you lose a staff member. Staff is kind of trying to keep things together for the kids and themselves. And as we're looking out for the mental health of our students, we have to take care of ourselves because we can't be our best selves if we have things that we're struggling with and battling with as employees. One story I always share with people that I didn't know I needed a therapist until I actually had therapy. So sometimes we don't know what we need until we get in these moments where we're just stuck and we're trying to figure things out and make sure that we're in the proper mental state so that we can give our absolute best when we come to work. So I think that this month, Mental Health Month, that everyone needs to focus on their own personal health so they can be their best self.
From there, over a few years of trial and error, I realized that I wasn't getting any better mentally and emotionally. From a volunteer opportunity that I was working on at the time, it actually provided access to mental health services like a therapist. And so I capitalized on it. With that experience with a therapist, I was able to get a diagnosis, which I have GAD, which is general anxiety disorder, as well as chronic depression. So for the first time, I actually had a name to how I was feeling. And from there, we could develop a treatment plan. From that treatment plan, I was able to uncover and unlock specific lifestyle changes and steps that I could integrate into my life to make work-life balance possible and obtainable.
We have to be well to work well. In my own experience, growing up with a close family member who suffered with mental illness, I have found as an adult, as a fellow educator, it has really impacted how I not only interact with students, but how I interact with coworkers. It has also helped me help other educators understand their students, be able to provide a lens for them, to show them what's actually going on with that child and how they can enrich that relationship, which ultimately leads to better academic performance.
3 things that I was able to take away from my treatment program, my treatment plan was, first, really learn what you need. Just start there. Having a diagnosis was extremely important for me. But in addition to that, learning that there are various stages of healing. So I don't need to base my needs off of my perfected state. That means the perfect or the most optimal version of myself. But if I'm sick and I'm not well, I have a different set of needs that also require recognition. Then there's another phase of healing where maybe I'm actively healing. I'm doing the work. I am seeing progress. But that needs a certain amount of attention as well. Then after that, I'm healed. So maybe I've overcome something and that requires me to maintain my deliverance in it. So now we're in management mode. That requires a whole nother set of needs, because the more I'm in tune with what those needs are, I can communicate that to somebody else. If I don't understand what it is, it becomes a lot of white noise and frustration of not feeling heard and feeling deprived of not having the things that will help you to remain whole or to become whole. The second thing is advocacy. So after I was able to really identify the various needs, and this is an ongoing process because I need different things at different times, then talk about it. As an entrepreneur, I work with contractors. I am a contractor to these small businesses. So when I go into a contract negotiation or a conversation with an organization prior to them hiring me, I'm very transparent about what my boundaries are. I prioritize my family. If I'm with my family, I will not be accessible under any circumstances. And surprisingly, when I felt comfortable advocating for myself, more often than not, I had positive reception. Nobody was questioning me about, oh, why are you doing this versus that? They were like, oh, those are just our hours. Oh, as long as I'm able to call you to follow up on a meeting, that's fine. Oh, you only work virtually? That's cool. I just want to make sure that I understand how we'll be meeting moving forward. Because I'm giving information that's also going to be valuable for them and how they need to work best with me. The third thing that I found extremely invaluable that I still practice to this day is being proactive. So in advance, I put on my calendar every month my days off. I don't have to have a vacation. There doesn't have to be a school recital. I could be in my house twiddling my thumbs, eating potato chips. It is my time. It is my time to heal. It's my time to reflect. It is my time to recharge. And I know in advance that I need that. So because I know that that's a need, it's non-negotiable.
Everyone's experience with mental health is different. And I think a starting point for a lot of us can just be simply self-awareness, being aware of the things that have happened to you in your life experiences. They directly impact your reactions to students, reactions to behavior. And I think being mindful of that can help us improve our reactions, improve our relationships, not only with students, but also with each other. I think understanding also that mental illness and struggling with your mental health, it's not a character flaw. It's not anything that you've done wrong. And so I think that's really important. As we continue to support mental health awareness within the Little Rock School District, I want to challenge you, my coworkers and colleagues. I want to challenge you to have more conversations about mental health. Talk to one another. You never know what someone else might be struggling with, and opening up to them might actually help them want to access mental health therapy or care or treatment that they need.
Normalizing these conversations where we can create healthy boundaries and create spaces where we can center our needs and also be well so that we can work well in any given professional space where you need to manage a lot of different things, or maybe just to create a work-life balance that is joyful and happy and full and whole. So for Mental Health Awareness Month, I would like to see a more whole community where there is no stigma, there's no judgment, but more healed people.
Let's start looking at mental health differently, because it allows us to be a better version of ourselves, for ourselves and the students and families that we serve. We have to be well to work well.
So my message to the Little Rock School District staff, employees, take care of yourself. Be well, work well. Take care of your mental health, physical health, spiritual health. Take care of you.